Hello, Saints. Just got a word. What I feel in my spirit is, what I feel like the Holy Spirit has led me to give this particular message, where he's saying that a lot of people are fatigued. I'm one of those as well. In these times, that we're in, and this is all in the scriptures. I would say speaks about this, and that the time that we're living in, we will see everything unfolding, where it's just society, everybody they say that in these last days that people's hearts will be cold. Um, and you can see how things have changed with the family dynamic. Also with our government, where they're just passing laws that are so restrictive and giving everyday folks, making it more harder. They're passing these voting laws and also making it for people who are struggling and trying to, they fell on hard times and trying to get back on their feet. And, they're making it illegal for you to be homeless. So I'm going to just talk about that briefly in these times that we're in. Psalms 55:22, cast your burdens on the Lord and he will sustain you. We are in these are some praying times that we're in. And this, what you're seeing now, what you're seeing unfolding in the world, with this war, and I'm going to actually talk about, as far as the famine that is coming. I'm going to talk about that that's going to be another video. But what we're seeing is just everything unfolding, and just how, really, I'm just going to say this, it's we have, as a society, have, we took in God out a lot of things, and that's why you're seeing what we're seeing in this world. Um, I'm just paraphrasing with Daniel 7:25, where the enemy, what he's doing with God's people is just, and we're seeing this now, is he's just wearing out the saints. And it just seems like the times that we're in, you're just having a hard time to stay afloat, to get ahead. And, the way prices are just, with everything, with food, of course, obviously with gas, and it's just everything. It's hard to keep up. When prices just keeps going up rapidly. I was gonna say this: it's just expensive to exist, let alone take care of a family. But I came on this video to just encourage you to not look at it in a carnal way. What, the situation you're in, and just everything that's going on in the world. This is a time where you just have to lean on the Most High, allow Him to order your steps. I'm going to also say this is a time we also have to prepare, and I'm going to discuss that in the next video. But I want to say this, Galatians 6:9, you will reap if you faint not. So in due season, you are going to reap if you faint not. It all has an expiration date, but again, it's all on God's timing. And I would say this even for my own life. I'm sometimes wondering how am I able to make it each day? All the things that I have been through, all the hardships, the setbacks. You just like you take that. And I noticed with being a chosen one, it just seems like you're there's so much opposition that comes to you than what the person that, or I would say a regular person, would not have to endure. It's like when you are chosen, it's like you take 2 steps forward and then you get knocked down 10 steps back. And it's just the opposition is so intense, where you feel like you're going to break, but you don't break. You bend, but you don't break. And that's just the Holy Spirit. That's just what God has put in you, is that resilience. He gives you the strength and courage to keep on keeping on and putting that one foot in front of the other. And so that's what we all have to do, in these times that we're in, when you're experiencing fatigue, and you got people that just, you got to be careful how your interactions with people, because you don't know what somebody is going through. And just like that, we live in a time where people are just crashing out. And so, we all have to be sober-minded when we're out and about, and when we go into work, you going, running your errands and going to the grocery stores, and all just everyday things that you do. But don't, as I said, don't get weary in well doing. And don't look at it through your natural eyes. This is where you have to continue to stay in prayer. I would say these are times where we even have to fast so we can get clarity and how we can move in these times that we're in now. And I believe we are in the end times. But that is the message. Stay prayed up. God bless.